Hello and welcome to Everyday Eventers channel. This is a new vlog and it's a lesson with me.
The best vlogs.
Let's get into it.
Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be a final day.
Okay, I have just decided to do a Shelley takeover vlog today. Impromptu, right away. Shelley's here to have a lesson with beautiful Peapod. And she's just working in. I've been putting exercises out in my arena. So we've got a bounce grid here, canter poles to start off with, and then we've also got some skinny poles on a straight line that we can do some stride adjustments and some wiggly bits. Now obviously I'm going to be focusing on teaching Shelley. She's just been getting worked in behind me, and I'll just try and get clips as we go because there's just the two of us today. So bear with us and hope you enjoy. Good, yeah, so I would just do a couple. She's so much more off your leg than she once was. I would just do a couple more transitions just to really wake her up. So either walk, trot or trot, halt, etc. And then, yeah, good. I'd even aim for a little bit more reaction than that. Don't worry about sort of head and neck placement when it happens. If she pops her head up, that's fine. We just give her a pat for reacting to the leg. More, even more. That's it. Good, and pat her. Good girl. Good. And then another trot, walk, trot. 'Cause the other one's okay, but I'd say it's sort of like 65%. I would like 110. Yeah, good, pat. Doesn't take long. She's not silly. And then trot, halt, halt, trot. She says, "What is this? This is the mean lady again." Good. Okay. And again. Even more trot. There we go. That's more of a working trot. I know that feels fast. I spent the whole day yesterday saying it felt a lot faster than it looked when I was watching the videos. So good. That's better. Okay, another trot, walk, trot. And then we'll sort of revert back to seeing if she'll just react off of a squeeze again. And then if she doesn't, quick rocket up her backside. Yeah, better. And forward. Yeah, it's really working on forwards. Go large and change the rein somewhere. Good girl. 'Cause forward's best for babies. That's better. That's your rhythm you want. I'll get out your way. Good. And then you can start getting and pushing through to your rein as well. Then once you're up here, pop onto the circle. That's it. Good. No, that's fine. Don't worry. Just shorten your reins just a tad, and then because once your reins are shorter, it'll help you carry with your thumbs on top. So then carry your hands a little bit more towards your neck strap. That's it. Good. And then you feel like you've got a bit of a bend in your elbows and you're squeezing your forearm to your rib cage. That's it. Good. Good. Close your fingers. So if you have your fingers closed around the rein, that gives them a more secure connection, whereas it's a bit wishy-washy when you have open fingers. Now come around the pink block, but inside the pole. That's it. Good. Another trot, walk, trot. Good. Make sure the walk's active. Good, pod. Yeah, good. And a little scratch. Good. And then if we do a scratch, I'd like you to do it with your inside rein, simply because your outside rein acts as a stabilizer. And it's like a big bungee. If you imagine like you've got a big bungee around the outside, your outside rein, outside leg is that support for her at this stage. Good. And then another trot, walk, trot. Good. Establish the walk. Good. Yes. It's all right. She, the moment you touched, she went to trot. Yeah, good. Yes, definitely. Now make the trot forward. That's it. There we go. That's a little bit better. Even more. Really feel like she's taking you. There we go. Good. And then we'll go large. So she doesn't have to be on the circle as long. Good, trot on, more forward. Think every time with you, a little bit more forward. There we go. We'll get you out to granny mode. There we go. Good, now contain it with your rein, just by squeezing your finger together. That's it, good. Find a circle up at this end. Do you have a way you prefer to canter first? No.
I've kind of got a bit of braver with the canter.
Good. Good.
There's no reason to...
She's a good girl, isn't she?
She's an exceptional girl, aren't you, Paul?
Yeah, she is. She is. Okay, when you're ready, we'll pop up to canter then. Make sure the trot's big enough and she's got enough power, and then contain with the rein like a thumb over the hose. Beautiful. Go large. Good, keep riding it forwards and looking after your rein contact to support her. This is so much better. You have your shoulders back. Good. Super. And when you're ready, forwards to trot. That's like 100 million times better than your first lesson. Good, have a walk and we'll change the rein. Good. Really good. Go for the trot this way. Make sure she's off your leg right from the transition. Good. Yeah, loads better. Then keep riding it forward. Good. Even more forward, Shelley. There you go. Good. Super. And then you have your thumbs on top, your elbows in. Good. Tiny bit shorter on your rein. And she'll take that these days, whereas she used to get upset, didn't she? How dare you shorten my reins? Good. Keep riding her a little bit on. On this long side ride, big trot. So rise higher, bit of leg on. Yeah. Good. I'd still like her a tad more off the leg. So let's do a couple of trot, walk, trots. Good. Basically, I don't want you to have to work so hard. Good. Yeah, exactly. Yes, good. I don't mind if these transitions are ugly for a little while, you know, while you're getting her off the legs. It will benefit you in the long run. Good. Yes, much better. Good, now let's start building that trot for the canter, you know, work on what we said we'd work on. So get big trot, and then you canter. That's it, good. Building the trot. Yeah, lovely. Eyes up for you. Roll your shoulders back a little. Good, weight in the heels, which is hard when you have to continuously kick, which is why keeping her off the leg is good. Good. Super, and when you're ready, a trot. Lovely, good transition. Little bit shorter in your reins. When you get to the A end, we'll pop onto a circle. Good. Elbows squeezed into your rib cage. That's it. And then it automatically brings your thumbs on top. And she comes round for it. Good. Onto the circle. Now, let's build the trot on the circle, ready for the canter. Good. No longer than that with your reins. So if your reins creep longer, squeeze with your thumb on top of them. And then they'll stay shorter. Good. That's it. Good. Now let's go for big trot. Good. Good. So we're imagining we're turning on the hose pipe full blast. And then when you go into this corner, we're going to ask for a canter. Big trot. And half out on your reins, and then the canter. Good. Good. Super. And if she doesn't react straight away, I'd just give her like a quick flick with your heels that says, come on, let's go. Good. Just a little. She's a girl. She knows that she doesn't have to do too much work. Good. When you're ready, a little trot. But she's clever. Once she learns this, she'll not forget it. Good. So we'll build for this half a circle again. Good. And if you need to, just give her a bit of a shock with your legs. And then that's it. Good. That's better. And it's better than the regular kicks. Good. And then when you're ready, canter. There. Loads better. Good. Once you've done this circle, go large and then a trot transition on the long side. Good. That's all right. She doesn't poo her pants or anything, does she? Good. And a trot transition over near H. So grow tall in your body weight and your heels. Deep breath out. Lovely. Good. Okay, change the rein on the diagonal. Aim to get back to the track before the cavaletti. So you're sort of going a short diagonal. Shorten your reins And then you're going to canter into this corner. So build trot. Hey, easy. Yeah, good. Give her a little trot and a pat. Good girl. Good girls, I should say. Both of you. Really good. Have a little walk. Good. Good. I think you could do a better one. Good. Elbows into your sides, which will keep your thumbs on top. I think you can go shorter with your reins as well. If you start to find your reins coming back to your saddle, your hands coming back to your saddle, you can definitely shorten them up an inch or two so you hold your hands in front. And that will be a certain amount of you learning to balance yourself as well with your hands out there. So it's not going to come instantly, but I'm going to keep nagging you anyway because I'm horrid like that. Yeah, good. Good. Get a bigger trot now. Have your eyes up through a transition. I'm getting mean now. I used to keep it simple, but now you're better. You start getting mean, Evie. Good. Good. And one more trot, walk, trot. So, eyes up, elbows in, thumbs on top. Give her a touch and go. Good. And more. And more trot. Good. Even more. Good. Pop onto the circle. So we just remind her that she can canter again. That's it. Keep the contact because that's part of her stabilizers. She says, oh, this is hard, mummy. And when you're ready, bigger trot, ready for canter. That's it. Good. She nearly gave it to you then. Good. While you were preparing. That's okay though. Yeah. That was good because you were just preparing her. When you're ready to trot, go tall, deep breath out. Yeah, lovely. Good. And you're going to build the trot around the edge. And we're going to change the rein FXH. So you've got to go all the way around the edge. Good. Working on that trot, keeping the big trot. Making sure your reins are short enough. Good. Now half halt and balance with your rise. So your rise slows down, she'll slow down, but you can keep the energy through. Good. Bit more energy. Looking. Good. As you cross the centre line, you're going to just push her out with your right leg. Good. And you're going to canter between H and C. Ah! On the straight line, Shelley. That was so easy. She says, I know what we're doing, mummy. Good. F for transition to trot. Good. Keep those thumbs on top. Lovely. Good. K, change the rein. Oh, actually, I might be being a bit mean. Maybe. See how you go. Yeah, you can do that. And then we'll canter into the corner. Leg heeled out. And then canter. Easy. Eyes up. Good. Ride forward. Good. And then she pulls into your hands and it makes your life easier. Good. When you're ready, a little trot. And then she can have another little walk. Good. Good. And give her a pat. She's a good girl. There we go. And then light touch and trot. Yeah, good. So that preparation really helped. Guys, we've got, we're deep cat proofing P, ready for when she gets chased by a cat at badminton. Right, Jessie? Hi. Good girl. Can you imagine that? Chased by a cat at badminton. I mean, if something was going to chase you, she would, I guess. Good, okay, so that trots at 50%. Yeah, better. You're at 80 now. Building power. Good, there we go. Good, shorten the reins a little. Elbows squeezed into your sides once you've done so. Lovely, next time round, come trot through your cavalettis. Okay, these two. Yes, please. So just think, outside leg off the turn to support her. Then you just ride her straight. So even hands, even legs, only an adjustment when you need it. Lovely. Good. That was a good adjustment. So you had a wiggle left. So do another one. And we'll just ride her forward. Big trot down this side. Short reins, contact. That's it, good. So you remember once, you can do it once you remember. Good, looking. Get off the turn and just ride her a tiny bit more forward down the line. Lovely. Good. Forward. There. Load straighter. Good. Then we'll change the rein somewhere. You've now got a pheasant to contend with over there.
That's got punctured balance.
Really?
Pheasant came out and took me out, yeah.
Blooming pheasants. Good. And then this way, just find the centre of balance. Have the contact good. Sit tall in your body. And just a little leg like big trot. If she's not reacted, a bit more. If she canters, that's fine. Good. Then pat for reacting. And then you just sort of don't do too much of your leg in between, and then catch up with her afterwards. Good. Super. Forward. Lovely. This time, when you come to them, I think you could turn just a tiny bit earlier, just to make it a little bit smoother. It was a lovely square turn, but because of the stage of her training, I think we can just give her a little bit more time and preparation. Good. Looking. Outside leg brings it. There we go. Yeah. Good. That was loads smoother. Good, P. Super. This time, you're going to do first one, then you're going to do a small circle that comes inside this line of poles. So it'll be like a 12 to 15 metre circle. And then the second one. And I'll stand with the cat. So you can go sort of round us. So good. Over this one. And then round the back of us. Lovely. Good. Ask for a little bit of inside bend. Keep her. Good. Little bit of conversation. That keeps her soft in her jaw. Good. And then to the last. Excellent. Shorten your reins up, and when you're ready, we'll have a canter. We'll see if she can manage the poles in canter. Yes. So take your time. If you need to do an extra lap, that's fine. We've got no rush. Good. Preparation. And then the canter. Good. Lovely. And then make the canter big and little. So all these canters that look smooth round a show jumping round are not. The canter is constantly being moved on and back. So add some power, move it on. Even more. Into the rein. Good. And then back ready for your turn to your pole. Good. Eyes on it. Outside leg. Good. Lovely. Keep going. Ride forward. Beautiful. That was good. Have a little trot and a pat. Excellent. I'll have a very short walk. Change the rein when you have your walk. Good. That was really good. And then we'll do the canter pole. The cavalettis. Good. So your eyes up in that transition.
I'm terrible with eyes now, aren't I?
You're focusing. It's because you've got so many things to do. I completely understand. You make sure that you're kind to yourself about it. But we'll nag you anyway. Good. Even more trot. Even more trot. Okay, now you're in a better place for cantering. Yeah, good. Good. I'm going to fall over the cat at some point. Good. Keep the canter. Now looking for your poles. Keep the energy. Outside leg supports. Good. Lovely shot. Good. Yeah, super. Good. Once more. Shorten your reins a tad. Ride a big canter and then ride it back steady after the short side. Good. Look round. That's it. That's all right. That's all right. We learn from our mistakes. So there, what happened was you steadied her for the turn, but you took your leg off when you steadied her. So you need almost more leg when you collect than when you are going fast. Does that make sense? So when you're ready, we'll pick up the canter again, go large, and we'll do that. We'll do some big littles, but you'll keep your leg on. Yeah, good. Eyes up. Good. Make sure your reins are short. Good. Next long side, we'll ride a big canter, and then when you go to collect you're going to put even more leg on. Yeah, good. Okay, now sit her up. Shoulders back, broad shoulders, looking, keep your leg on. There you go. That's a jumping canter. Keep the leg. Yeah, good. And she's really clever at shortening. Good. When you're ready, have a little walk.
I was a sheep preferred.
Good. So you do short reins. Good. Get her into that contact. Tell her something's coming. And then when you're ready, light touch trot. Good. Make more trot. Good. And we're going to go large canter in between K and A. So build your trot now. Good. And then canter. Oh, look, Shelley, it's easy. That was fantastic. Good. Now make big canter and we'll go cavalettis. Good. Now contain it, but with lots of leg on. Look for your pole. Good. Keep the leg. Yeah, good. Keep going. Yes, super. Good. Now go large. We'll do 2 lots of big canter, little canter. So on and back. Even more on. Good. I want you to be braver on the next long side. Even bigger. And then we're going to do the canter poles after. Yeah, good. Now contain it. Start looking to your grid with the canter poles. That's it. Well caught. Good. Good. Super. Give her a pat. Yes. Yeah, so have the power, but then sit up, use your body and your seat to help collect her. Perfect. Good. Balance. Lovely. That was a good balance of it. Super. Once more. Yeah. Now bigger. Add the power. Even bigger. Good. Bit of inside bend. Good. Good. She was very clever there. So what happened is we left adding the power till a bit late. So then it meant that collecting it was a bit harder at the end. But she still managed.
As I'm going around there, I can feel myself making her on an outside bend.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I need to try and collect her, have a little bit more.
So just sit a little bit more into your left stirrup. That'll naturally push her to the outside a little bit.
It's quite heavy on this side.
That's all right. And you can also turn your shoulders and your hips a little as well. Good. We'll do that. Actually, you can have a cross pole. I'll put the cat down. No, let go. Thank you. Good girl. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Very lovely transition, and the canter's good there. Yeah, good. And then a little back. Shelley, what is this? What is this? That's fantastic. Good. Think about turning your body to the left, so your right hip goes forward. Yeah, that's it. Now looking, keep the energy. There we go. Yes, that was fabulous. She met that first pole a little bit far off and she went, don't worry, I got it. No, you did exactly what you needed to do. You just sat there in balance and let her figure it out, and you kept her straight and the power. Good. When you're ready, pick up canter and we'll do it once more. Canter's so easy now. Good. And you're doing a good job with adding the power and then containing it. And just think constant mini on and backs. 2-3 strides. On, then back, then on, then back. Good. Always containing it. Yeah, good correction. Good. Eyes up. Lovely. Oh, she's so smart. Good. Good. Keeping her off your leg. Lovely. Good. Little on and backs. Good. Fingers closed around your reins. Good. Early looking. Outside leg. Beautiful. Easy peasy. Give her a walk. Good. So you know what you're doing. Eyes up in your transition. Lovely. Good. Do your on and backs down here. Good with the contact. Well done. Good. Looking round. Outside leg brings her off the turn. Lovely. Super. Fab. Because you didn't have the easiest shot in, but you did the work as well. You knew that you had to add a stride there. And she was going, come on, Mum, I want to go fast.
I want to go faster. And I'm like,
No, not yet, thank you. Good. Let's straight away do it again.
Really?
Yeah, that was good.
Shot we're done.
No. We do repeatables because you can.
Right now.
You know how to do repeatables. Good.
That was nice.
You know how to contain it now. Now go big. Go big or go home. Good. Now contain it. There, good. That's it. Sit down the inside stirrup. Lovely. Super. Keep cantering. Do it once more. Get more power now. Even more. There we go. Now leg on and contain. Good. Turn a little early. That's it. Perfect. Better. Very good. Pattern walk. And more of the leg. And our hello assistant, glamorous assistant. Was that good? Did I pass? Did I pass the exam?
I am going to do an outro to my vlog here. Me and Evie said, shall we do one at the yard? And then I was kind of like, oh, I'll do one at home. We should have done one at the yard, Evie. I hope you enjoyed that little lesson vlog. Pod's just going into the field for the night. We learned so much, and I just have to give like so much credit to Evie, how she's managed to explain things that I've struggled with for ages. Yeah, thanks Evie for getting us to where we are. And again, we always say this is only the beginning. So please give me a like, comment and subscribe. For next week, we're off to Speetley show jumping. It's getting exciting, people. I'm living the dream.
We're dreamers. Don't give